Hey there, my name's Dante, and I want to take you down the path that I just went down over the last 125 days doing the Lion diet. It's a very strict version of the carnivore diet, but we'll talk about that more in the video. I hope you enjoy it. Trying to get started on this carnivore diet. I did the Atkins diet once years ago, and it worked pretty well for me, so I'm thinking that maybe what I'm missing is going all the way. After watching Jordan Peterson and Mikhaila Peterson talk about the carnivore diet and how it affected them, and remembering back how the Atkins diet affected me. And I basically did the carnivore diet for 2 weeks, all beef. And then I started bringing greens back into it. And I did that essentially for 6 months. By May, I had lost 88 pounds. I went from 302 to 214. I dropped pant sizes from 42 to 32. So it made a huge difference, and it affected my mood, it affected everything. Over time, stuff like this has found its way back into my diet. All the other things that the kids like to eat, and now I find myself fighting the same brain fog and intestinal issues are much worse now than they've ever been. And with watching some of Mikhaila's testimony of her experiences, and motivated me to finally do something again. I want to get healthy. One of the hardest things while I was doing the Atkins diet was constantly hearing from people about how unhealthy what I'm doing is for me, despite how it had changed my life. And I think I've learned my lesson on that one. I think I can get over that hump this time. It was also hard. Anytime you want to go out to eat with anybody, you can just about forget it, because you can't get it without this or without that, or just the way you need it. It's not like people are just being mean to you. They just would rather invite somebody out that's not going to be a pain in the ass. Ultimately, it only matters whether or not I can take care of my family. And if my health's going to be a problem, that's in the way. So we're going to stick with the most extreme version of the carnivore diet. See if we can't do this for at least 6 weeks. That beauty right there. God. This is day 3. I've been really surprised at how I've been able to resist the cravings, especially considering all this stuff the kids have in here that I love to eat.
Is it good?
This is my supper tonight. This is not my supper. This is like my supper and my breakfast and I pretty much only eat twice a day since I've been doing this. I'm hardly ever hungry. Only problem I've noticed, I have about 5 or 6 crowns on my teeth, and the meat is getting stuck between the crevices. But I've had no cravings. Well, I shouldn't say no cravings. I'm so surprised at that, because I have the least amount of self-control when it comes to sweets.
Is coffee something you can't have?
Well, it's plant-based, so we try to stay away from it. Plus, I don't need the caffeine, which is amazing, because I have energy regardless of the fact that I'm not having caffeine. When I make that much meat, I take the meat patties and the steak pieces. I usually cook it almost medium rare or medium rare. I want to have it pink enough to where if I microwave it for 1.5 minutes, that it's not going to cook it through all the way. Now, meat ready to go. They need the extra salt for the electrolytes. So good. Another thing I learned today to stop doing is drinking when you're eating or around your mealtime. You want to give your intestines time to make all the processes that it does and not wash away we'll just say the fluids that need to be there. Your gut will thank you. And if you're having some situations in the bathroom, that's one of the big ones. Worked for me in a day, in 1 day of making sure to not drink within 30 minutes of eating. So that's day 7. I feel good. I feel good up here, and I feel good here. Okay, so now we're back. I've moved all the back straps to the right side of the grill because I found out that that's the cooler side of the grill, because all the hamburger wasn't cooking too well. And that didn't make it too easy to flip. But the back strap I've been flipping every couple minutes because you don't want to let it cook too long on one side. before you flip it over and then let it cook again. Keep searing it. This has been life-changing as far as how I feel. I haven't weighed myself still. I'm going strictly on the way my body is responding to this. The fact that I have not had the urge to cheat but a couple of times and I have not given in has been amazing, because that is not normal for me. Just eating meat has caused me to have a kind of willpower I've never had before. It's more like I just don't want the stuff that I normally want. It's got to have something to do with the way my body is responding to this. It's like my body is saying, yes, I can think clearer, I feel happier, my stomach doesn't hurt nearly as bad as it used to when it does hurt, and most of the time it doesn't hurt at all. So it's starting to get better. I haven't eaten yet today. It's 2 o'clock. I've noticed that too. My appetite, I have very little. And when I do have an appetite, it's kind of like, bother me later, I'll drink some water. There is something to be said for intermittent fasting too, so I've been fine all day. I can feel myself losing some energy though. Of course, I add salt to my water, and I drink mineral water mostly. It's been nothing but good, and I'm looking forward to getting some blood work done soon, so I'll definitely be reporting back to you on that too. All right, let's head out to the grill. Still getting used to being the griller. It's never been my thing. It's becoming my thing. All right, so now I got food for the rest of the week. You just gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared to eat when you're hungry, and I don't know why the lions look so happy. So that's it, trimming down a little bit, feeling better up here, feeling better all over. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor. I'm just doing what I think my body is responding to. Oh my goodness, I will get a picture.
Lots of good food.
Where's my food? Wait. Oh, they didn't have any food that I could eat. I'm not hungry. I ate this morning, I'm fine. I can sit here and watch you eat all this stuff I used to love to eat. And it means nothing because it's not what I want to put in my body. I'm having a great time. I am trying out, found out about air frying ribeyes yesterday, and oh my God, I don't know why I ever grilled them before. It's awesome, just delicious. Everything was so juicy. But now I am air frying these Wagyu. I don't know, something supposed to be similar to the Kobe beef, but you know, Kobe beef, that's a whole nother ridiculous level. So what I did is I just took the whole brick and I put it inside of there to cook it like a steak. And there it is. Let's see how it finished up. So we just take the brick like this. I've already salted this one. Put that in there for 15 minutes, 350. And we'll flip it over and then we'll see it should look like this one does here. See how it tastes. I did get on a scale yesterday. I was 15 pounds lighter than the last time I remember checking myself. So I don't know exactly what I was when I started it and how much I've exactly lost, but I know that I'm lighter and I know that it is in this area because I can feel it going away. And I have more energy than ever before. It's a good way to start this year. So we'll keep it going and we'll see you next time. All right, y'all, it's day 43.
Lots happened since the last time. I went on vacation. While we were on vacation, I was doing just fine for the whole first week. But watching everybody eat all the fun stuff that you eat when you're on vacation started to get to me a little bit. I used to live in Texas, the home of the Whataburger. I love hamburgers, and I especially love Whataburger. So we go to Whataburger because my wife wants a Whataburger. I gotta go through the drive-thru line and order it. It is tearing my heart out not to order a Whataburger. And it was like tears were running down my face. I'm telling myself no to this thing that I want so bad. But it felt good to overcome that. I'm tipping the scale at 238 now. In 43 days. And then I did have one other issue that came up that was very interesting. My wallet that I always carry in my back pocket has not been a problem. I'm sitting on this all the time, right here. I developed a problem in some muscle that's back here where the nerve goes through. And I have been having leg pain for about 4 days now. Maybe the padding that used to be there has gone down and I was pressing more against the nerve and muscle than I was before. While you're trying to lose weight and do something better for your body, you actually have a side result that hurts you more. I'm actually getting blood work next Friday, so we'll see how that comes out and I'll get back to you then. All right, it's day 55. I've been concerned about the fact that once I got down to about 237, I noticed that it went back up to about 243-ish, and it's kind of hung there for a couple of weeks. But let's see where we are now. We're getting closer back to the number we got to, 240.2. Kind of hit a little bit of a bump here, but I guess that happens on any type of exercise plan, diet plan. You always run into plateaus and hilltops, so we'll see how it goes. I think it's gonna be okay.
Normally I'm the one who's dead tired by now. I'm telling you, this diet has made me feel like Superman. And mountain climbing. I mean, mountain hiking. Okay, this is my very first live Facebook video, but I'm up here at the top of Stone Mountain. Didn't even know I wanted to climb this today. And I realized something very interesting I wanted to share with you. Here on the top of Stone Mountain, I can see the same building that I was standing in yesterday that I could see this mountain from. And I have so much more enjoyment. If I could have just been dropped off here, it wouldn't be as big a deal. It doesn't compare to having earned getting up here. And that's something that's really just become solid for me lately. God bless you guys. Go take the hill.
No, I hit a plateau around 230-ish pounds, and it was only lasted for a few days, but I was worried because when I did the Atkins diet back in 06 or 07, I stayed around 235 for what seemed like 2 months, and it wouldn't break through. But then a few days ago, I was 225, which was the lowest I had been. Let's see where we are now. 222.5. And I just weighed in this morning after a bit of a binge week. And I was down to 221.5, I believe it was last week. But I was 229 this morning, but I'm back on it now. Starting first thing in the morning, got some hamburgers ready to go. Gonna get back on track. I have energy, I wanna do stuff. It's amazing how much my diet was dragging me down. It's a little setback. Ate a Pop-Tart. Ugh. Can't believe how awful it tasted. Can't seem to avoid the ice cream. So I'm hoping maybe the shock to my system will supercharge the weight loss again. And 214 was my bottom out weight when I did the Atkins diet. We're almost there. 6 days, it'll be 3 months. I'm very happy with the progress. I don't know what to make of the cravings, the desires for things, because I had none for the first month or so. And I really think it's social. I think it's related to the fact that everybody else is doing it and I'm not. I want to participate. My doctor says that everything looks good. Whatever I'm doing, keep doing it. So that's a blessing, especially when everybody I know is saying, you can't eat like that. You just can't eat meat. It'll kill you.
I was able to pull off 50 push-ups in one shot. I don't think I've ever done that, not even when I was a teenager. I started off doing 10 3 times a day. I just felt like this morning I'd go ahead and knock out 50, and I pulled it all the way off, and it feels good. So I was gonna go ahead and see if I could knock out another 50 to get my 100 in for the day. See what I can do. Oh, 40 is all I can get right now. Man, I guess doing 50 earlier was too much. I feel like a young man again. And I can't help but keep attributing it to the lion diet. Let's get those last 10 out. That's my 100 for today. I have to talk about this, because it's amazing what's happening to me. Changing my diet has changed my life, and I feel alive, and I have energy. I wake up in the morning ready to go. I fall asleep at night. I don't have high blood pressure anymore.
Now I'm down 214 pounds. The problem with having these kind of things around when you're trying to do this diet, especially if you have children or something like that, when you get that urge or that craving or that feeling that you just want to have something you shouldn't have, it's too easy just to pop open a bag or 2 or 3. Why can't this be enough? Why can't this be enough? I had a little constipation there for a while. That made it hard. But that went away. I just needed to make sure I had enough fat content so that it would be easier to digest, I guess. That seems to be the key. And I read something that vitamin C is good when mixed in with the situation where the skin is a little bit looser here now because I've lost 50 pounds. But the vitamin C helps with that collagen build up to get its strength back, and also moisturizing is also good. Just like if you were getting stretch marks, she puts moisturizer to keep her from getting stretch marks. Well, that's just makes the skin healthier so that it can push out and not get stretched out. Same thing when going back too, you need to have that moisturizer in there. I think I've mentioned before about how people might be concerned about the cost of being on a diet like this, and eating a lot of meat is expensive, but I don't buy any supplements, or I'm not buying medicine anymore. I don't buy a lot of the other things that go along with meals. There's plenty of nutrition in these babies. My wife tried going all meat for a day, but she wasn't drinking enough salt in her water, and she got super sluggish super fast. And I tried to tell her, you've got to do the salt. If you don't do the salt, this ain't gonna work. So when I'm doing my water, this is already what, about almost half full. So should have already 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be good on salt for what's in there. So I'm just gonna add 10 turns, but normally I add 20 turns to a 750 milliliter bottle like this. Gotta add it before you put the water in if you're doing sparkling water, otherwise it'll go all over the place. I like the glass bottles. I just don't like putting plastic in my mouth. 20 turns of salt in here. You can see it in the bottle. I got different kinds of salt. This is ancient coarse sea salt. When I salt a steak like this size, I would do about 15 turns on each side of salt. That salt for electrolytes. And my blood pressure is not an issue. We'll take a look at the blood pressure. Since I was on lisinopril up until March when I saw my doctor. He took me off of lisinopril. Do a little 3 test here. Chewing this steak makes me so happy. Let's see, isn't your hand supposed to be a little higher? 140 over 89, 93. A little more elevated today than normal. I used to have to take my medicine if I was over 140, so I still wouldn't have taken any today if that was the case, especially with the morning I've had. The pain that came from eating that garbage last night. Let's see how it is after a day of eating straight. We'll check it in the morning. It's getting easier and easier to snack. Well, I don't want that. I want to go back to just wanting meat. The early part of the day, I'm fine. It's for bed that's so stressful. All right, we got some filet mignon. I don't know how to use it. And this thing's like R2-D2. All right. So we'll see how that comes out. But so far, man, I gotta tell you, these pants, I only have like 3 large shirts right now. I don't have any other shirts to wear. All my other shirts are too baggy on me. So my wife says my legs look small now, so I gotta start doing squats. I started doing squats a couple days ago. All right, here we go. Let's see how we got them. Maybe we're done. Should I wait for it to cool down? It's 330 degrees. Yeah, that's perfect. This Chihuahua thinks she's gonna get filet mignon. She is out of her mind. So that's it for now. And this new air fryer, oof, this is gonna be fun. Because I can cook so much more in there than I could in that little one I had before. Life is good. So I thought this would be a great time to do a little cook comparison between the air fryer and the propane grill. So we're gonna do a little taste test. My wife seems to think that the grill is gonna be better than the air fryer, but I don't know if it's the ease or the flavor or both with the air fryer for me, because I think the air fryer is gonna win. Gotta have my salt. Just a little dry brine. And we're gonna put these in the refrigerator for a couple hours. Fresh off the grill and fresh out of the air fryer.
You gotta try one out.
Here, let's get you a piece you can bite into. Try that T-bone. Try this piece here, that's T-bone also.
That's T-bone?
That's off the grill.
That's good.
Air fryer.
Seems to keep a little more taste.
Like I've seen in the Matrix. Ignorance is bliss.
Air fryer that holds better taste for the meat.
Think the air fryer takes the cake, huh?
Yeah, I think it holds better taste for the meat.
125. I'm pretty sure. It could be day 124. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and put this video out because I have a lot of people asking me about the diet, and I thought that at least putting out this documented part of my adventure with the Lion diet might be helpful for your understanding of what I have gone through. I don't know if this will work for you. I don't know how it works in everyone's bodies. I'm researching some things right now. I'm learning a lot about what vegetable oils started as, and just recommend you look into vegetable oils and how much of that has been put into our bodies over the years. I've been listening to the doctors, I've been listening to the science, and I've been dying slowly and painfully. Now I'm following my decision to try this, but it was a risk. When I went into my doctor's office and had them take that blood, there was a thing in the back of my mind like, what if? But predominantly I thought, I am gonna pass this with flying colors because I knew how I felt. I've never had energy like this. I wanna do stuff. You've gotta be in control of what you're doing with your body, and you've gotta think about what you're doing. You know, this diet mimics somewhat what the Bible says is the clean animals. Whether you think it's spiritual or not, I think there may be a health side to it. Part of the problems with nutrition right now is that all these corollary studies that they did back in the 1950s are why we have all these weird recommendations for nutrition. They drew corollaries to things that might not be cause and effect of each other. I'm not saying you should try any diet. I'm just telling you that I did the Lion diet and it has saved my life. I am so thankful that the Lord has helped me to find this diet. I'll keep updating you on this as I keep going. I don't plan to stop. I feel great now, but it's exciting. Hey Bria, hey Fizz, is mommy coming home? All right.
I don't think I fit my hand inside of these. This is ridiculous. I can't get any air out of the glove to let my fingers get in the glove. Oh, so much for that. Shoe fly. Go away. Let's kill this interloper. Interloper? Interloper. That piece wasn't rare, it was raw. I need new teeth. Watch out, man. You ain't getting my meat. No, you already got enough of it. Damn cats. I don't even know how you pronounce this. Wagyu? Wagyu? How do you pronounce this? Let's see how it tastes. Hot.